Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ox Talks. It is Sunday, April 14th, 2024. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. I hope that you're getting the opportunity to spend some quality time with family first, friends, loved ones, and also hopefully you're taking the time and you have some time to go through your preparations this weekend. Hope you've taken a little time to shore up resources, possibly acquire some more food backup, some more water, some more security. I know that it's redundant. We talk about it all the time, but things are happening not only in this country, but across the world right now, that there are just a lot of unknowns, a lot of loose ends, and it's anybody's guess where this is all going to go. We know that costs of everything in this country right now are going up, and they are likely to continue to go up even higher. So, gasoline prices, I know here, I just went to fill up my tank last night. Yes, I get premium gasoline in my car, but it was well over $5. I want to say it was $5.65, something like that for premium gasoline. Are there cheaper options? Yes, but the point is we're well over $5 a gallon here in my area, even for basic unleaded, depending on where you're getting it. So, look, I mean, everyone's suffering right now. We have a lot of events unfolding. Let's just discuss briefly. I was going to go, do a video last night once Iran launched the attack on Israel, because I had spoken Friday about the fact that Iran kept choreographing its plans for the last several days, maybe even a week. And my thought was, why would you choreograph your plans? And so I titled this video, for those that tell me that I am doing clickbait titles, that is actually the last thing I try to do. But the point is that the title today is Political Theater. And I can't help but wonder if this is all political theater. Yes, lives are at stake. Yes, those were real drones that were obviously launched. But look, the point is that there were 300 drones and missiles launched, and 90 some odd percent of them were intercepted. They never made it into the Israel. They never landed. They were destroyed before that. So you have to wonder if that was the plan all along, just to save some face for Iran, throw some stuff up there, let it get taken down by the Israeli defense systems and by the U.S. systems, and then say, well, we'll call it good. And they came out right away last night, Iran, the government, and said, look, as far as we're concerned, this is now settled. So today we have a ratcheting up of everything by Israel. I saw an article earlier that the United States has said, and specifically, our illustrious president has said, we cannot support a counterattack. We're not with you on that. I think Biden came out and said, you got to win, take it as a win and move on. I don't know. I saw some stuff posted from some local YouTubers over in Israel, and it seems to me that there definitely is a spirit of war. There is a spirit of wanting now to use the fact that Iran launched from their own territory, use that as the justification for ratcheting up the response once again. So look, a lot of unknowns. Not surprising, gold's up tonight, $20 an ounce. We'll see. I thought that because this was basically kind of a nothing burger, it built up a lot. Thank goodness there were no lives lost. Thank goodness that it wasn't a lot worse. But with that being said, how could that possibly be the case? I'll let you all comment below on what you think. But, again, back to political theater and what is truly going on. Doesn't change the fact that we have to be preparing on an individual level and with our families and with our local communities and those that are close to us, so that when it's no longer political theater, when it really is something that happens close to home that is serious, that you're prepared to deal with it. I'll leave it there on that. I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon last night and jump on YouTube and start discussing the situation. And I'm glad I didn't, because now, in hindsight, what was this big built-up event, and everyone's waiting 9 hours for the drones to hit and all this stuff, became nothing but a nothing burger. And okay, that was probably because of the defense systems in place, but they had a week and a half to put everything in place to make sure that it unfolded this way. So I take it with a grain of salt. You guys use your own discretion. You can weigh in on this. I'm not taking sides. I'm not getting political. I'm just saying I'm observing what I'm observing. I am a glass is half empty guy, unfortunately, become a litigator for 30 years, and that's what happens. Let me discuss a couple articles with you that I saw so I don't go too long this evening. And, I often talk on this channel about the immigrant crisis, the illegal immigrants coming in this country. I have no doubt that YouTube is not happy with a lot of the content I'm putting up. I truly don't believe you guys are unsubscribing to the channel. We don't have 500,000 subs. We have 6,300 and something subs. Every time we get to a certain level, it gets pulled back. So it is what it is. I'm not going to fight that fight. I'm just out here trying to share with you every day what is important, I believe, and what is on my mind. It's not my day job. I just want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. So we're going to run with it, continue as we are. As I always say, stay the course, and it'll be what it's going to be. But please like, subscribe, share the videos. If you're not subscribed, I would appreciate your subscription. It does mean a lot to me. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for you guys interacting with one another on this channel, because we're trying to build a community here. First article, Zero Hedge, was yesterday. Afghan migrant on terror list, released by immigration judge, free to roam USA. An Afghan man, an illegal immigrant who's on the FBI terror watch list, has been twice apprehended in the United States, only to be released by a federal apparatus that continues to make a mockery of the very notion of border security. Mohammed Carwin, 48 years old, was first arrested in Southern California in March of 2023. After he had illegally entered the United States from Mexico, according to NBC News. Border police suspected Carwin was on the watch list because one unspecified attribute matched his entry on this watch list. However, for lack of additional corroborating data, he was processed and released, just like hordes of other illegal immigrants, before and since. He was instructed, listen to this, he was instructed to periodically call an immigration and customs enforcement officer, ICE officer, but was free to apply for asylum and permission to work in the United States. So this guy's competing for your job now. He was also free to board domestic airline flights. This February, the FBI alerted ICE that they suspected Carwin had links to a terrorist group and could pose a danger. That prompted ICE to track him down in San Antonio and arrest him on February 28th. On March 28th, Carwin had an immigration hearing in Pearsall, Texas. The ICE prosecutors told the judge that Carwin was a flight risk who should be detained without bond. However, they didn't tell the judge that he posed a potential risk to national security, and declined to show the judge information revealing why the FBI is concerned about him. Again, my head literally wants to explode when I hear this kind of crap. Why would they not have shared everything they had about this guy with this judge so the judge could make a fully informed and intelligent decision. Kept in the dark, the unnamed immigration judge ordered that Carwin be released, but demanded an above average for illegal immigrant $12,000 bond. Listen to this. Carwin immediately paid it and went off, he went without any court mandated restrictions on his travel within the United States. He's supposed to appear for another hearing next spring. Next spring. He has a year to be in this country, to work, do whatever illegal activities he wants to do, prey on whoever he wants to prey on before he has to come back to court, which he won't show up. ICE hasn't appealed the ruling, and in NBC's reporting, there's no indication authorities are seeking him. According to the watch list, the FBI believes Carwin was a member of the Afghan group called Hezb. Its abbreviation is HIG. I'm not going to try to pronounce that, which has been designated by the United States as a terror group. How does this cat get to roam free in the United States when he has ties to a known terror group? I'll let you guys weigh in on that. There has been similar cases. Well, hold on. According to the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, HIG is a virulently anti-Western insurgent group that sought to overturn the Western-backed Afghan government before its fall in 2021. HIG, it says, was responsible for attacks in Afghanistan that killed at least 9 American soldiers and civilians between 2013 and 2015. The group is not seen as a top threat in terms of attacks inside the United States. Yeah, at least not for now. The article concludes by saying there have been similar cases where watch-listed men have been processed and released. We detailed the case of a man who allegedly was a member of the Somali terror group Al-Shabaab. He was also caught in Southern California in March of 2023, but was set free to roam the country. In 2023, the Border Patrol caught 172 suspects from the terror watch list attempting to enter the United States illegally. Folks, if you guys believe for a second that this is not going to come back to haunt us, if this negligent, flagrant dereliction of duty by these people, and look at what's the FBI doing? I mean, why are they not on their game on this stuff? It only takes one, but you know, when there's one, there's 10, there's 100, there's 1,000, and what are they doing? Where are they at? Where are they setting up groups? Where are they training? What is the plan? I'm sure I'll lose another chunk of subs over this, and because the content, is not something that you don't see it covered. And I'm sure that a lot of YouTubers are they're trying to protect. In law, we call it our book of business. They're trying to protect their book of business. They want to protect their subs. They want to protect their views. They want to protect, whatever revenues they're pulling. But I'm going to continue with sharing things with all of you that I think are important, because it comes back to, a responsibility to ourselves, our family, to stay protected. We have to assume worst case scenario here, guys, which means that you're on your own. There's no one coming to help. There's no one going to protect you. The police, although they're doing the best job they can, undermanned and womaned and underfunded, understaffed, but they can't be there before the fact. They're not going to know what's going to happen before it happens. They're going to show up, take the report after, and clean up whatever carnage there is to clean up. And so, what are you guys going to do about that? Hopefully you take it seriously. I will say this, most of my friends don't. Obviously, I do have close circle of friends, and you all know many of them, or you know who they are. And, we share common thoughts. We share the same goals and concerns about security. And so I hope that, I say I hope a lot, but I just don't want to be instructing you what to do. I would suggest that you take this stuff seriously and you don't assume again that this stuff's happening on the other side of the world. It's not. There's embeddedness here, stuff going on here, and we don't know everything. We're kept in the dark as to a lot, but how much is known, how much is not disclosed. So people aren't panicked, so they continue to go to baseball games and fairs and concerts. Out here we have Coachella this weekend. It's a cluster out here. All these influencers and movie people are out here. I'm watching the cars on the road and all these extra stretch vehicles and buses. They're all going out to Coachella. Reading an article earlier about all the estates being rented out towards the fairgrounds here, what they're charging for these things, all the influencer parties, and all this distraction. And it's sad. It really is. To me, it's disturbing because no one knows very, very few are actually paying attention to what's going on. So if you're here watching these shows, I would venture to say that you're awake, you know what's happening, you're searching and yearning for real information, real data, real on the ground type stuff. So I'm trying to share that the best I can. Is my mic still on? Okay, I still have my light going on, so I'm not out of battery yet. Last article I'll share with you because I've discussed it in the last few shows, and several people have commented on this about your insurance costs going up. Now, I know it's state to state. Some gentleman, a viewer, posted something from Minnesota saying his car insurance is going down. I think I responded this morning saying, wow, well, kudos to Minnesota. I think it was Minnesota. For being able to have that happen. Unfortunately, in California, everything is going up. Insurance companies, auto, home, they're looking to bail. They don't want to write insurance in California anymore. My rates have been skyrocketing. When will it stop? Let me show the article from you. This is from Zero Hedge yesterday. Auto insurance rates record biggest annual jump. Since when do you think? 1976. So I was 6 years old the last time that auto insurance rates were this high. How many metrics do we have to go back to compare 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years to find the time where it was that out of control? The article says the cost of driving on American highways is seriously spiraling out of control. Auto insurance in the United States increased more than 22% in the 12 months that ended in March, the largest increase since 1976, according to Bloomberg. The cost of owning and or driving a vehicle in the United States is absolutely insane, it says. From $1,000 monthly payments to ridiculous repair bills to the average price of gasoline inching closer to the politically sensitive level of $4, well beyond that here in this state, a gallon. To, of course, skyrocketing auto insurance. The cost of driving is unbearable for some. Comment below. Yes, I get frustrated by the prices. We have 4 cars in the family, 4 drivers, and they're constantly filling up these tanks, including myself. And repair bills. We're always having things we have to take care of, even just ongoing maintenance. It is expensive. But I can afford to pay it. It bothers me. It's frustrating. But how about the people that simply can't afford to pay that? How about people that are putting their gasoline, on credit cards, running up credit card debt so they can drive to and from work? I really feel for those people. I hope you're not one of those people. If you are, I know you're doing the best you can. Stay the course. Hopefully things will improve. It may not improve in the near term, though, unfortunately. We know the borrowing rates are really, really high. This is what's driving auto insurance rates through the roof, and it breaks down some categories. I'll address that briefly before I sign off here. I'm almost at 20 minutes. Cars are more expensive to fix. It says, for example, when Toyota Motor Corporation upgraded its Camry sedan, in 2018, its front bumper went from having 18 parts to 43. Including sensors for the advanced driver assistance system that controls speed and lane position automatically, as well as provide blind spot warnings. As a result, it now costs 43% more to repair a Camry after a front-end collision. According to Mitchell International Inc., a researcher that provides data and software to insurance companies and car repair shops. The average repair bill for a car with a standard internal combustion engine was $5,500 $564, it says in 2023, according to auto insurance processing company CCC Intelligent Solutions. Let's talk about electric vehicles. They're even more expensive. If your vehicle is battery powered, the cost of repair is 22.3% higher than for a traditional car, or $6,806 averaged last year per repair, according to the processing company. Even though EVs have fewer parts than internal combustion engine vehicles, they're more costly to fix for a variety of reasons, starting with the big battery underneath the floorboards. That's second reason. Number three, there are more crashes that are more severe. Listen to this. I have a daughter of mine is a young driver, just started driving, scares the heck out of me. We're on roads out here that everyone drives really, really fast. Even the surface streets here in the desert, you have several mile stretches. Yes, you do have, you have stoplights and such, but people are going 60, 70 miles an hour on these surface streets. Very, very dangerous. It says, despite the additional safety equipment on cars to help drivers avoid crashes, U.S. roads have become far more dangerous. And that's pushing up insurance rates to cover the costs of repairs and health care for those injured. Nearly 41,000 people died in U.S. traffic crashes last year. That's up 13% from 2019, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. This increase followed decades of declining road fatalities. And of course, the last item, number 4, is there's a shortage of mechanics and car parts. They're saying the mechanics are less and less, especially mechanics that understand and are versed in fixing these electric vehicles. So, insurance companies are just raising rates. They're not going to absorb all of this. So we have continued increase in costs for insurance. Insurance companies began aggressively increasing rates. The latest consumer price index data shows rates rose by 2.6% in March alone, the biggest monthly advance since July 2020. Leave your comments below. What are you seeing in your state? Where are you at? Are you seeing auto insurance rates go up? So I'm 22 minutes today. For me, that's a fairly long video. Didn't intend to go that long. And I'll address the ongoing health and fitness that I do in every video, despite some haters not liking it. Did a 1-hour workout this morning. It was brutal. It's called an EMOM, E-M-O-M. It stands for every minute on the minute. I won't go into it. Go look it up. It's brutal. It's just part of the routine. Once in a while, the coach mixes those into the workout to keep us all on our toes. And I was just shocked for that. But anyway, point being, I hope all of you are availing yourself of just everything around you. You can go out and walk your neighborhood. You can jump on the treadmill you have. You can do things to increase your steps, to get some cardio in, to increase your fitness level, your strength training without having a fancy gym membership. The diet's important. Keep that in mind. With that being said, brutal week this week at the office. I spent 7 hours yesterday preparing for a deposition. I'm going to be taking tomorrow of a witness in a very complicated business dispute case, and spent more hours today. Going to have an early day tomorrow. I will very, very unlikely I'll get a video up tomorrow. I will try to do something on Tuesday. But everyone, please be vigilant. Have a wonderful start to your week, productive start to your week. Think about what's going on. There's some other articles today I couldn't get to about layoffs. And, this stuff is going down the wrong path. If you can find a way to set up your own business, to fortify your resources through earning some income that's not dependent on your 9-to-5 job that you're working for someone else and bettering, that boss, consider doing it. Yes, I know small business sentiment's down in this country, but there's never a bad time to start a business, provided that you do it the right way, that you set up a separate entity to shield yourself from personal liability. You capitalize it properly. Don't leverage in. Don't go borrow money to acquire a product. Just take it slow. Consider that, folks. Let's be vigilant this week. Let's watch these markets. And the political theater game will continue. We'll see if Israel actually mounts some kind of a counteroffensive in the face of the United States telling it not to do so, or advising it that at least it will not participate. So everyone, please just be vigilant. Stand on guard. I'll be updating you as we go throughout the week. Have a great evening. Bye.